Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Around the Table Live from the City of Gastronomy. We have a spoon party happening here. Bruce Thurston from FinewoodSpoons.com has brought some extraordinary magic wands, spoons, to the studio because today it's Spirit's Kitchen. On Friday, the second hour of every show, we get together with the extraordinary friends. Michelle Cardenas from Brightway Wellness is here, and I'm trying to move all these monitors around just so we can all have eyesight and eye lines with each other. Rian Maldonado from the Shy Moon Center is here.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Hi, and Jennifer. Look, you just got spoons for your grandbabies.
I did.
I'm jealous.
They're so beautiful.
I wasn't prepared to get spoons today. I want to get some spoons.
I know, right? Aren't they beautiful?
They're amazing.
Yeah.
And there's an energy. We talked about energy transcending through vessels.
Mm-hmm.
This is what that is.
That's
I felt
right.
it as soon as I picked it up. It's
And this is
amazing.
Executive Chef Russell Michelle from the
Great to be
Canyon
here.
Ranch.
Great to be here.
Guest co-host, celebrity co-host for the day.
And he's Googling the, over the,
He's
the spoons
oogling and
oogling.
googling.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm about ready to play them.
I know, but they make music in your hand. They make music with your
Oh.
food.
See? Did you hear
There's
that?
the
That was
spoons.
me.
And Bruce is at the end of our table in the guest of honor seat at the head of our table. I think he's blushing a little bit. I know, right?
I love it.
So you didn't realize, I didn't realize that such a thing exists. But isn't that the gorgeous beauty and magic of the world, that such magic exists all around us?
Absolutely. You know, the magic is not just Bruce, but the beautiful finish, but even the textures. This is where the worm was. I don't know if you can see it, but this is where the worm was, and he left that energy there. It's very much part of this branch. But then look at Mother Nature's brilliance. Look at this. This is amazing. If you see this at home, it's brilliant. It's
Right.
just beautiful, beautiful work. And then Bruce is bringing out the beauty of Mother Nature. And then, gosh, you know, he was so excited when I shared with him what I felt when I touched the spoons and all these beautiful magic wands. And he got excited because he said, that's what I'm doing it for. That's the energy.
Aww.
So Bruce Thurston's here with us, and I want to give you a chance because you've told me so many times. You take a piece of wood, and it used to be a tree, and in some ways it still is.
Exactly, it lives on.
And you know how to see the spoon in the wood before it becomes anything.
I do. I see what's in there, and then as I make the spoon, you know, because it's a process of removal.
Yeah.
So when I take the things away that aren't spoon, sometimes in that part there's another spoon. Sometimes that spoon is nicer than the spoon I intended, and then sometimes things come off of that spoon, or the first spoon or something, and they don't really want to go to the fireplace. And so they become
They go to the
things
scrap box.
like little spoons like Michelle has, and they become bookmarks
Or the happy wood.
or
I
happy wood.
I love the
I
happy
take,
wood.
I take chunks and I make, instead of worry stones,
Yes.
I make happy
Right.
wood.
Oh, I
and they're
love
just
that.
little lumps, and I sand them around.
I need
polish
one of
them up.
those. I
Yeah.
must have
I've got
one of
chunks.
those.
I've
They're
got several
really
in
nice.
a box at the house.
Oh, I have to have one. And I always tell my kids, don't call these worry stones. You need to have something positive.
So,
I
so I've
love
got happy
it.
wood.
And the wood is warm in your hand, and it's so
Oh.
slick from his sanding because he gets it so fine and it's so smooth
Oh, I've got to have
that
one.
it does bring happiness when you're
I love
rubbing
the
on it.
happy
love
wood
how-
I give
yeah.
away.
Aww.
That's
I
good.
know, he's so sweet
they
and
smile-
generous.
Create smiles.
I gotta have
Exactly.
one
The
of those.
one thing that's amazing is what you were sharing with us. The creation of these spoons and the different sizes. They branch out just like the tree.
They do.
So everything that you're seeing is branching out and through, just like a life journey. We have different branches and limbs throughout our whole life, but these represent the transitions as well.
Sometimes when you cut celery and things like that, and they kind of curl,
Yes.
these are kind of the curls that come off of it.
Oh, how neat.
I'm picturing the handle of a
What do you
ladle.
think, huh? Not bad for an old wood butcher, huh?
I love that. I love that.
love
You
it.
know I love these. It's so awesome. When you get to share this with people, you know, you're an artist. You're a magician. Because, well, what's the word you use? Because there's this energy. This
Yeah.
show, the Spirit's Kitchen show, how do we talk about the energy transfer that occurs from the inspiration you have as an artist, or the message that comes, or the vision you have to see the spoon in the wood, to carve away the bits that aren't? How do we do this? How do we describe it for people so they understand that even in their own lives, this is all around you, everywhere you are, in everything you do, in everything you touch. Not just you, Bruce, you and you and you, all
Right.
of us. This magic is everywhere. You just have to you just have
it
to see
is,
the
and-
beauty around you with your heart open.
And when it's there, it touches. And I've seen a lot of people that could look at them and walk past them and never see them, and that's fine. These aren't for them. But I've had people walk up when I was doing a little art show in San Diego, and they would walk up, and some people would be walking by behind them, and they'd never see anything, and somebody would come and pick one up, and they go, ooh, and they pick up and they take the first one they touch. They might touch two or three, and they keep the first one. Some people would come and they would go all down the table. They'd touch everything on the table and hold it, and then they'd take one or three or some whatever was speaking to them. I said, this is tactile art. Touch it and feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Take the one that makes you happy. That's why I make them different lengths, different diameters, different everything, because there's something there for the right person.
I'm going to ask each of you
They got to find each other.
I've got to ask you each this question. When you watch this process happen, how can you help people know? Like when you take a bite of food and you put it in your mouth, that's delicious. You
Yep,
have the reaction.
exactly, yeah.
If you're at a comedy show and someone tells a joke and you laugh, you don't have to be told, this
That's
is how
funny.
you laugh.
Yeah.
When you listen for the punchline and time it and then count to 3 and then burst into laugh. That's not how organic life is. Look who's here! The original Anae is here. Come on in. We're having Spirit's Kitchen today. And Anae, the co-host, co-founder of Spirit's Kitchen, Drawn Magically. How do people know when that happens? How do you know which maybe you don't even realize this little process is happening, that you're picking the one, what do you have to tune into to know that that's what's happening, or do you just not even think about it?
Well, you just listen, for me anyway. Internally, it speaks to you. It happens. It's there, or it's not. And so a lot of people don't get this, but they get something else.
Mm-hmm.
And so my spoons aren't for everyone, but the people that they're for really like them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and look at everybody
And-
hasn't even
Yep.
put
And
them in.
I like
they're
working
magic
on them.
wands.
And I tell people, well, this comes with a lifetime guarantee. If it gets damaged in the kitchen, if it gets old because you're using it every day and it's showing some wear, send it to me. Hand it to me, or however.
Tell
get it to
them
me.
what you call it.
It needs a few days in the spoon spa. And so I take them in and I can sand them up and clean them up, depending on how bad they are. I've had some that were pretty charred, but they get cleaned up, they get re-oiled.
Mm-hmm.
They're like my children coming
Yeah.
home.
Oh.
They're really fun.
That's
I love
great.
that.
I
Love that.
absolutely love
Love
that.
that.
All right, so we have a jam-packed and fun-filled show. Thank you,
Okay.
Bruce. So
My pleasure.
we're going to take
fade into the sunset.
Well, we're going to take a quick break in just a minute. And when we do come back, we're going to wrap up this idea of these magic spoons. You can go to finewoodspoons.com. I don't know why you're not selling those out at the... You've got a fabulous gift shop out at the ranch, by
Yes,
the
we
way.
do.
Canyon Ranch has a great... And it's got lots of local artisans and artists and vendors stuff are there. So we got to make
Bruce's
that love
spoons need to
connection.
be there.
I have a feeling Bruce is coming out.
Don't
very
you
soon.
think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know,
That's
be really cool. I'm going to just put this out there because
Mhm.
this is how you have to do these things. Can you imagine if Bruce and I went foraging on the ranch
Mm-hmm.
campus for spoons that were just sitting there waiting to be spoons?
Yes. I can
Wouldn't
see
that be
I
cool?
can see that happening.
I could see.
It's
I
very
could
much
see.
part of the energy at Canyon Ranch.
Could we
Mhm.
do that, Bruce? Want to make a day and go do that?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, Rianne Maldonado, Michelle Cardenas, executive chef Russell Michelle, and our friend Anae are going to be joining us here with a cup of coffee
Chicken
right in
and
the kitchen.
waffles.
Oh, don't! I love that he brought me a chocolate chip cookie because I really love cookies. But
Chicken
Ooh,
waffles.
chicken waffles.
Chicken
I know,
waffles.
I know, I know, I know. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is Bruce Thurston of FineWoodSpoons.com. Everything you cook with one of my spoons will taste better. Jennifer English is making Tucson taste better. Don't miss Around the Table on KVOI, the voice.
Two 2:22 p.m. and you are here at Spirit's Kitchen. Around the table, the kitchen table, right here with our friends. Executive Chef Russell Michelle from Canyon Ranch, getting ready to celebrate Canyon Ranch Women's Wellness Week, October 23rd through the 29th. We are kicking off
Yes.
the build up to Women's Wellness Week.
Mm-hmm. It's all about wellness and all about every single layer that anything you could imagine you would like to partake in this week. It's at Canyon Ranch.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's a week of dedicated programming that's going to foster, support, and cultivate camaraderie among women from all walks of life, from professional and personal backgrounds. And together, we are going to go explore diving deep into really juicy, meaningful, delicious topics. But the best thing is that it's going to be done in that wonderful embrace and welcome
Absolutely. And
of the ranch.
experiencing new energy within a community of people, in whether you know them or you don't know them, they may become your best friends for the rest of your life because you're joining in a journey together.
Yeah. Michelle Cardenas from Brightway Wellness and I went out to Canyon Ranch together, and we had like this.
The most spectacular day.
It was really special.
It was memorable. It was very memorable.
That doesn't even do it. Like
No.
it changed my life.
Yeah.
And it surprised me more than anything. And I learned things that day that I'll never forget. Like showing me that on your campus, I don't know if you know, but the trees, the mesquite trees with the twisted trunks
Yes.
are the locations of the energy vortices.
Yes.
I did not know that. But nobody in Tucson talks about it. They're like, you just go and you go to the symphony and you see Canyon Ranch, or you see, the mentions of the ranch in town, because everybody's grateful that they're here as a part of our community. And we're out there, and Michelle's teaching me all about how, here's how we're going to walk the labyrinth. And I learned so much. And then we saw these tree trunks, and we had to take I actually brought back, and it's funny, Anne and Rianne, I brought back stones that spoke to me for each of you. I didn't bring them today. I don't know what I was thinking, but that day we just had a really special day.
We did.
That is the unspoken energy.
Yeah.
And it's a feeling. If you're connected, you feel it and you know. And that's I think that's the best way I can express it, because whatever energy you have when you come to Canyon Ranch, it could change immediately upon arrival.
Right.
Because of the energy within that campus, the resort.
We were just talking with Anne in the break, and our other friends, and we're going to get to our usual things. And I'm so sorry I'm delaying us getting to these, but we got so much going on today. It's like
We have a full table.
It's a day
Yeah.
of blessings today.
Yeah.
Rianne Maldonado from Shy Moon Center. I want to bring you in on this too. One of the things that occurred just now as we're talking is talking about these women coming together from all walks of life for Wellness Week. But what I'm reminded of, and what both Michelle and Anne have really taught me personally, for which I'm enormously grateful, is they're not them, they're us. Every woman, every man that you encounter as a guest at the ranch, they're not them. They're us. They're me.
There's
You're
no
me.
separation.
There is no separation.
We're all together.
We're all together. And that's something that when you came into my world and began teaching me, and it really all started, Anne she and I met, and this dream of Spirit's Kitchen was born. And we realized that over a cup of coffee, the world will realize that we are one. Over this, and I gave you your New York mug too. That mug has not had a.
She says coffee.
That mug
Coffee.
has. I know she does say coffee, and I tease her about it all the time. So let's start off with a little usual welcome,
Or just for today?
please.
Okay. So here we go. Just for today, I will not anger. I will love. Just for today, I will not worry. I will trust. Just for today, I will do my work honestly and with integrity. Just for today, I will love all kind giving things and myself. Just for today, I will have the attitude of gratitude. Amen.
Just for
Just
today.
for today.
Very nice.
I love that. And when we get started and we get on a roll,
I'd like to share something about gratitude.
yes.
If you can see the banana bread and the cookies sitting on the table here.
Oh, I
wanna
can
say
see
thank
them.
you. Oh, yes.
They're going to disappear
I've
real
already
soon.
I've already had 2 pieces.
Oh, that
I just
gave me
want
permission.
to. I want to say thank you to my team at Canyon Ranch, and Michelle and Virginia, who are our pastry and baking team, and we are looking for one more. But they have such beautiful energy, and Michelle set this up for us, and she cooks standard breads, vegan, everything that you can possibly think of, we prepare.
And you had a
And-
guest come and say they wanted to do a gluten-free, and you did some
No,
special breads.
Absolutely, absolutely. Whatever the guest wants is what we do. And even on a moment's notice, Enid was having a birthday celebration for lunch today. We found out last night So the energy of Michelle, she had an appointment off property. She said, "Oh my gosh, how am I going to get this done?" And if anybody has baked a cake, it usually takes about 2 days. Michelle got the cake baked, and Virginia finished it off before 11 o'clock. And it was the most beautifully decorated cake, and you could tell love was put into every single morsel.
I love
and,
that.
That's
and
amazing.
that's what comes from Canyon Ranch. It's amazing to be part of that incredible feeling.
I want to talk to Rianne about this, and to Anne and to Michelle as well. You, my friend, executive chef Russell Michelle, you are in the business of tables. You serve your lunches on tables. You serve your
Yes.
breakfasts and dinners on tables. You understand that the table is a sacred space from the perspective of being a chef.
Yes.
But to my friends who are in the world of the mystic and metaphysical, the table is also equally powerful as a symbol, as a sacred space, and especially if you are doing cards, or if you're doing something in which the big energy of the world is invited in, spirits are invited in, and something else has to happen. Would you guys talk about the table? Because this show is obviously called Around the Table. And I want to give you all a chance to say what the table means to you, and why this show exists in the way that it does around a table, and why the table is special.
Well, you've seen my table. My table has a story, my round table. You all came to my house and we sat around my round table that was specifically hunted down with reading cards in mind. And it was used lovingly and purchased for me as a gift. And it's beat up and it's old, but it's mine. And that's the purpose that I got it for. And so when we opened the Shy Moon Center, I knew that I wanted a lot of new in my office, but I knew that that round beat up table was going to come with me, because that is where I read my cards.
But it's not really beat up. It's loved.
It is loved.
It's loved.
It is loved. But compared to everything else, when you walk in there, that's like Pier 1, then there's this table.
It's
But
gently distressed.
it is. But that, it's like when I sit down at that table to do my cards, it kind of drops me into that space.
I would say for tables from the kitchen standpoint and the restaurant standpoint, is a table much like you see here. It creates a centering energy of individuals. So then it fosters connection. It inspires conversation. It inspires social experience. And food is a part of that experience. But a table really is a vessel of energy and inspires that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted a round table too.
Right.
Because
Right, so
I
you-
wanted so specifically, you have to look at each other.
Right.
You have to talk to each other.
And for me, table, I don't always use a table when I teach, but teaching is one of my passions in the work that I do. And even if there's not a table present, we are all learning around this imaginary table. So table means a lot for me too, because it's a connection between myself and my students.
When we are at a table like we're here together today at a table, and we just, tables become wallpaper almost. You almost don't pay attention to the fact that you're at a table. It's almost there to become invisible. It's almost there to do its little job without any fanfare for itself. It almost as if it becomes the stage, but like any stage, you notice the actors and the story and the sets and the music and the lighting and everything but the stage itself.
Can I say
But
something
per-
totally weird?
Yeah.
So, I work with pregnant women,
Yes.
and that's a super passion of mine. As you were talking about this is super weird. I'm envisioning like how we are connected to our mothers. The table is kind of our connection to each other. Like, I'm thinking
Yeah.
umbilical cord. I know that sounds
Right.
weird.
It's not
But
weird.
yeah, the connection of really, really coming together at your core, at your center, at your soul, your spirit.
Talk about your young lives and your earliest memories around the table. Was the table always a special place in your life? Did your family make family meals? Was
Mhm.
it something that was really important?
It was, and that's part of the connection. I was just going to say also too, the energy of a table. If you notice, a lot of people when they sit around a table, their hands are on the table.
Yeah.
And there's a connection. It's a connection through the table of energy with each other. So then that way, it just creates a synergy. And when I was a child growing up, the energy of the family coming together and in one unit of talking about the day or talking about the future or what we're going to do, what our plans were for a vacation and such like that. So the community table is just that. I would just share it, that it fosters the energy of connection.
Or sitting and doing your homework.
Yes.
Or,
Mhm.
you know, if I have some hard news, you know, we go in the kitchen and
Mm-hmm.
let's sit down together. Here, have a seat. Let's go in the kitchen. Why is it that the kitchen is so sacred a place? What do you have in your experience that can help me explain why we can have conversations in kitchens around tables that we can't really have anywhere else, and why, when we start exploring our spiritual selves and taking further steps down this journey of spirit, that we can do so and feel a little bit more comfortable and a little less, a little less intimidated or
We can be
insecure?
vulnerable. We can cry. We can laugh. I feel like when you're around the table, you know, your kids can sit there and cry, and you can give them a snack and a hug. No, you can just be
Food unites. Food unites. So the kitchen is the heart of the home.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And that unites us. Growing up, for me, we didn't have a lot of family or a lot of friends. I was a military brat, and so we moved around a lot. And the one thing that we did every single day was we had dinner together. So that was really important in life because we didn't have a whole lot of outside influences. It was the family.
What did that give you?
It gave me a sense of, I think, a stronger connection with my family and an awareness that no matter where I am, my family is always with me, either at the table or in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that really matters.
I would also share that the kitchen is also a room of nourishment
Mhm.
and food value, but and then the love that mom prepared dinner, and she put love and care into it, and then we all sat down as a family and enjoyed this energy that mom put into it, and it feels nourishing and nurturing. And so I think that the comfortability of the kitchen, any kitchen, the possibility of that feeling from childhood and that safe time that the world you weren't really part of that crazy world out there.
Yet,
It does, yes, yeah. It does give you that feeling of comfort. And I think the kitchen table represents that feeling of comfort and nourishment and nurturing.
We're getting to the end of August. We're getting ready. A lot of people are already back at school. The University of Arizona is getting ready to kick off. We're shifting seasons. And when you shift seasons, our energy changes a little bit. Our attitude changes a little bit. We hope it gets a little cooler. We hope things get a little bit easier. So I'm going to reach out to each of you. And I know symbolically, seasons for a chef, seasons for spirit are very pronounced and very definite markers of time and life. Can we talk about the changing of the seasons and the changing of the stars and the changing of the energies and how we can approach this coming change of season together, collectively, with this? You guys are my experts. I feel kind of like, I don't know, like a mortal. Or what's the one from Harry Potter? A muggle. I feel like a muggle. I feel like I want to know more about how to, elegantly and gracefully and joyfully and open-heartedly shift seasons and not just take my long pants out of the mothballs and, put away my white shoes and, go through some of those other traditional season-ending activities. But think of it more holistically. I know from a chef standpoint, we're counting the numbers of days and weeks that Apple Annie's peaches are still on the trees and how many more weeks we have to go out there and get peaches and apples. And by the way, did I tell you we're going to make a big pie contest this fall? So we've got a lot to look forward to.
Can I be a judge?
You know what's funny?
Me too.
You're all actually already conscripted into judging for this, and the whole thing is existing because of you. You gave me the dream for this.
I just want that peach salad you made, though.
Oh, I know that was good.
Yeah,
That was delicious.
I can't stop thinking about that.
Well, we've only got 2 more weeks of peaches on the trees or 3 more weeks of peaches on the trees. But the whole point is,
Mhm.
if you know that the season for peaches on the trees is coming to a close, you can really be mindful and present and enjoy those last peaches from the trees.
Yes, and you know, since food is the initial start of this conversation, food is also represents through the palate that change of season. So when you get from the lighter fare, the vibrant colors, all the berries and stone fruit and the corn, then you transition from those light, colorful, vibrant, sweet flavors into fall, which you go into the more hearty, rich, braising root vegetables, butternut squash bisque with a hint of coconut milk and ginger. I did that on purpose.
So it's delicious. And so when Michelle and I are talking about colors and we're talking about how you can enhance and nourish your chakras by, we were not long ago talking about yellow and yellow foods and what yellow foods, and we were thinking about which yellow foods. And by the way, I wore my summer berry apron for everybody today. But we were thinking about what are the things we're going to do with those gorgeous yellow and oranges and the colors, and you can eat things.
You can eat colors of the chakra to help nourish the chakras, which nourish the entire body, mind, and spirit, because the chakras govern all of those levels of us. So food goes into the body and then it just radiates out. The love radiates out. So
What's that?
Which chakra is for chocolate?
I would say that's probably the root chakra.
I agree.
That's your trust and security. And I know when I eat chocolate, I
gotta
feel
be dark.
yeah.
It's called the chocolate.
I have an idea. Why don't you,
Chocolate
why don't you
chakra.
taste that cookie and tell us which chakra you got?
We're going to try this cookie. Oh, it's delicious.
Did I taste mint in there, Chef?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, the mint is delicious.
I know, it was minty.
Oh, it's a perfect little cookie. Oh, it's
Well,
delicious. What is this?
It's a chocolate mint cookie.
Very
Breathe it
simple.
in,
Very
you can
complex.
breathe in the mint.
Oh, it's so good. You can breathe in that mint. I agree.
Also, too, when you think about the transition of seasons, those memorable aromatics like star anise, cinnamon, gets the palate going, but also reminds you that the holidays are coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then the family unit comes together, and in most cases, not all, but they come together, and then you get the family together, and then you remember back in the day when you were a kid and sitting around the tree. So aromatic of food, flavors of food, transition of seasons, all reminds us of things that happened in our lives.
And those are sense memories.
They're sense memories.
Do you think about sense memory making for your guests that come out to the ranch?
Absolutely. Yes.
You said that like,
which
I got
makes-
a couple of tricks.
Which makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, though.
Yeah. No, but
Can you share one with us? Like, what did you do when Michelle and I were with you?
for when you guys came, I just allowed the energy to be.
Yeah.
Because I trusted the energy of my team to cook that fish perfectly, so it was cooked through but moist and juicy and flavorful. And the bone broth, Paul made the bone broth. Paul made that bone broth, and you could tell he just put so much care and commitment into every layer that you experienced.
Paul loves me.
Paul loves you.
Paul's never met me, but
No.
Paul loves me. And I could tell Paul loves me because it was in that bowl.
Mhm.
It was on that spoon.
And talking about senses, like that plate of food attracted all the senses because
Mhm.
you visually are stimulated by the beauty of the
Yes.
plate, and then the different textures on the
Mhm.
plate and the different tastes that hit your tongue. It was
And
fabulous.
Just to share with you, when I create an experience, a culinary experience, it's really designed in that light using the 5 senses. So first we eat with our eyes, vibrancy and colors and textures and things like visual textures, and then aroma is 70% of taste, and then taste, the entire palate teased, every single part of your palate teased, and then the sense of touch and sound is connected through textures.
Canyon Ranch Spa Day is more than just a spa service. It's a day for locals. Come and join us out at Canyon Ranch. Spa Day just is $299, which includes a $160 allowance towards your choice of spa, sports, or medical aesthetic services. You arrive at 8 a.m., and the best part is you get to have lunch with Executive Chef Russell Michelle. For more information on a U Day, Call 800-742-9000. We're going to take a very quick break. And when we come back, we're going to ask the ladies if they would do us a favor and pull a couple cards to talk about what the season coming up has in store for all of us. What can we look forward to? And what can we help co-create right here in the kitchen? Spirit's Kitchen on AM 1030, The Voice.
Cookie time.
Cookie time. Seriously, you can't. 2:48 p.m. and I am absolutely positively loving and living the dream. AM 1030, The Voice. This is Spirit's Kitchen. We're having an official Spirit's Kitchen. We have convened the original dreamer of dreams, Ane is joining us for the first time in a while. She's been on the road. She's been in the Midwest. She's been doing a tour of extraordinary places throughout the upper Midwest, doing live shows. Executive Chef Russell Michelle is here from Canyon Ranch. He's our celebrity co-host for the day. Rianne Maldonado from the Shy Moon Center has been here with us, is shuffling her cards, and is bringing her extraordinary brand of vintage beauty and magic to the table today. And I'm grateful to her because as we were on hiatus personally the last couple of weeks, she did an extraordinary job bringing Spirit's Kitchen to life, and you
She
co-hosted,
did.
and I just am grateful to you for that. It did a great job along with Michelle Cardenas from Brightway Wellness. Welcome
Hi,
back.
Thanks.
All right, that's what I say too. Before we go anywhere else, it's 2:49. I don't want to run out of time. Can we do a minute of Radio Reiki, and would you explain what Reiki is, and can we
Yes.
share a little bit of it? Because one of the things we do every week, one of the things that we serve at our table, if you drink coffee, we've got great coffee. And we got a new coffee friend. Our friends at Presta Coffee said, we need to get you some of the best coffee in Tucson. And I said, lay it on me. And so Presta Coffee
Is this it?
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah,
it
it's good,
delicious?
yeah.
I know. Delicious
noticed.
coffee.
I noticed.
So thank you to Presta.
Yes,
And,
thank you.
So,
Okay.
but this is just one more thing we're offering on our table.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go with Radio Reiki, and Rianne and I have already started the process. So if you're in a place where you can sit and be peaceful for just a moment, let the silence come in. Know that we are sending you love and light through Reiki, through the radio waves, straight to you. I want you to breathe in nice and deep and out. Wherever you're feeling tense, tension, or pain, breathe in this beautiful light energy from source into that space. Let it swirl around and release as you exhale. Let's do this one more time, breathing in the love and light into that space. Swirl it around. Exhale, release. You have been Radio Reiki. I end this session with love and light.
I love that.
Thank you.
Chef, do you do Reiki out in your own practice, in your own world?
Personally?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
But so this is new.
This is new. I just naturally center. I just find peace. But I haven't used Reiki, but I find a peaceful place. I don't actually get worked up at all in the kitchen.
You're one of the calmest chefs in town.
I'm very calm. I'm very calm and very relaxed, and I tell jokes all day long. I probably do more stand-up than most comedies.
No wonder I like you so much.
But you know what? Just the energy and love that you put into your food is what Reiki's all about. Reiki's about love and energy and putting your essence into that food so that everyone can experience it. Same with Reiki. So even though we're not calling it Reiki, you're still doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah, I feel it every day, and the team is amazing at Canyon Ranch. You will feel it. I promise you that. I do, and I am so blessed to be part of this team at Canyon Ranch to just share the love.
And we should say, you told me, and maybe you're all filled up now, but you were looking for one or two more people who are looking to take their culinary careers in the most powerful, positive direction they possibly could.
Absolutely, and I had 7 positions when I got there. I only have 2 left, and we have people come from all over the country. I've just the last person that just joined us is from the Wynn, Las Vegas, and so we're just the energy of these individuals. They are Canyon Ranch before they arrive, but they just finally got where they belong, and that's what happened to me. I'm
Nice.
very thankful.
So one of the things we're saying thank you to is the Gastronomic Union of Tucson. They're having a big final gut dinner of the season at the Carriage House on Sunday evening. The Gastronomic Union of Tucson is celebrating the collegiality of the culinary community. And I know, Chef, you're going to come with me to that dinner, and we're going to get to let everybody know. So, Chef Vanessa, everybody going to be at the dinner. I got to tell you, you might need to dust off your resume and bring it to the gut dinner because this might be the chance to make that love connection with the place that you were just destined to be. We've got the cards out. We've got the ladies here at the table. We've got the Original Spirits Kitchen co-creator and co-host Ane with us today. Ladies, in the 7 minutes that we have left, can you give us a couple of cards and a sense about what this change of seasons is going to be like as we go from August to September, from summer to back to school? How are things changing in the world for all of us? How are things going to call us? How are we going to be challenged and cheered? Is this going to be a time of curiosity or conviviality? Rianne, what do you think?
All right. I just had a thought. So I was sitting here thinking I need to shuffle my cards and pull one, and then I realized no, I don't. And I know why. I pulled the perfect card yesterday. I don't know if you saw on Facebook that I pulled the world and I colored the book. I have a tarot coloring book, and I colored the world, and I took a picture of them together, and it looks so beautiful. And what's so beautiful about the world is it's the end card of the major arcana. And when you're talking about the change of seasons, the world is all about moving from one phase of life into the next. And in the imagery, the woman is looking back at where she's been and all she's done, but she's stepping through the laurel wreath into her next endeavor. And what's beautiful also about the card is there are 4 beings, one in each corner, and they signify the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, the 4 suits of the tarot, and the 4 elements. But it also shows that everything we do, whether where we've been or where we're going, we are divinely supported. We're never alone. And so I don't need to pull a card because I think I pulled the perfect card yesterday.
Oh, I love that for us.
Yeah, I'll pull it out so you can see it, but
Yeah, that'd be really
yeah.
cool.
Anyway. And that is the card, the spread that we are doing at tonight's Tarot Share and tomorrow's Tarot Share, because I really felt that the world was a good indication of where we've been and where we're going.
Can we show that to the camera so
Sure.
everybody can see? You're doing Tarot Share tonight, and you're
Mhm.
doing Tarot Share tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. That's the green dot on it.
Yeah, that's the green dot.
Surprise. So every month when I do the tarot share, I pick a spread for us all to do together.
Yeah.
And we're going to do one on the world tonight, where we've been and where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
I
How
love that.
spirit worked in my life and I didn't even know it.
Talk a little bit, because we have a new project with the folks at Canyon Ranch, including executive chef Russell Michelle.
Thank you,
our
Bob.
our producer and engineer Bob just made sure Ane was back on the green dot so the camera can see her beautiful. She is a glorious golden star in our world, and we welcome her back. Come on, you gotta join us now with the cards, because you've been going and doing readings for people around the world and around the country, and you've been in the Midwest. Talk a little bit about how long you're going to do readings, and you continue doing readings for people here. You do some as well. So I want to give each of you a chance to invite people, because we've got a few minutes left. I'm sure people are listening and really curious about how to, sort of get a little time with you guys. So how can we find you, Ane?
You can find me. Oh, okay. It's been a while.
It's been a while. You forgot about the mic.
Forgot about the microphone. Now that the camera's here. But yeah, you can find me on onae.org. That's ONAE.org.
And you do a reading, you do a Facebook Live session
Yes.
every Monday night. So tell everybody about that.
Well, I answer questions for people, preferably keeping it light and non-political, and preferably just one question per person. We get some that like
That's
to
fair.
have
Yeah.
a few in there. They like to sneak in. But yeah, I do it every Monday night as schedule, permits. So.
And we've got a big project with the good folks at Canyon Ranch. Have you got a card for the project for us? Can you tell us anything about this beautiful event in October, the Women's Wellness Week that we're going to be collaborating on with them? And
Oh, it's going to be wonderful.
what did you just do? That was so
Split
cool.
the deck.
I just split the deck, and these beautiful cards came up, and it is about women and how about how entrepreneurial are they? They are entrepreneurially like and fiery and energetic and creative, and this is what you're going to be experiencing there and having there. I just lost my headphones, so I don't know if that makes a difference for the microphone. And also I have the 9 of Pentacles here, which is telling me abundance and comfort, and and growth and prosperity. And that's what I'm kind of getting for all of this. And I think it's going to be like kind of like almost, and I kind of get a feeling going off like on my own here, and it feels as if it's going to be more like coming to the table. It is. It's going to be having
Absolutely.
like a harvest and at the table
Mhm.
kind of a situation with a bunch of women and getting together like family.
That completely represents the energy of the offering to the world and beyond. So that couldn't be more connected.
Oh, good.
Yeah, thank you so
Excellent.
much for that reading.
Very nice.
And Michelle, you've got events coming up?
I have an event coming up Saturday, the 31st. It's called Intro to Crystals. It will be held at Aveda at the La Encantada Plaza. So you do need to register with them, and you can find them online or stop in.
And
their
is
place.
tonight's tarot share, is that a meetup?
It is a meetup. Yep.
And the Shy Moon Center is at the solar powered building on Broadway, and Ane is at ane.org. And my fantastic friend, executive chef Russell Michelle from Canyon Ranch, thank you so much for being our celebrity co-host. And you'll be here every month.
Yes, I love being here. The energy is amazing, and have a great month. I'll see you in 30 days.
All right.
And he's still clutching that wonderful wooden spoon magic wand. I love that.
Aw.
Listen, everybody, we had a great week, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. But do me one favor. When you get home tonight, please hug your kids and count your blessings. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. I love you.